Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Stand Together. Jump on, say hi, give me a hi in the comments. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know you're ready to rock and roll. And if you are watching the replays, get in here and watch the lives. We have a ton of fun. I get to answer questions too. So if you are joining us live, jump on and give me a hi, give me a good morning so I can see who's joining. Love it. Who's on this morning? We've got Kim's on, Marissa's on, Kez is on. Who else is on? So many are on. Jennifer, Nikki, Mel, Boris. Happy Friday to you, buddy. Jump on. Give me a good morning, everybody. Mia, good to see you. Jump on. Good morning, Chris. Jump on, jump on, jump on. Luristrov, jump on. Mel. So many cool people jumping on. Inga, jump on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Murray, Chris, Julie, Sarah. Jump on, everybody. Say good morning, Hajai. How you going? Welcome to another morning, another Stand Together. And we're still standing, right? We're still standing. Is this 2 weeks now? Have we done 2 weeks now? Wow, look at that. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Who's enjoyed their 2 weeks so far? Let me know in the comments you guys have been enjoying this 2 weeks every single morning. If this is helping, let me know. I always love it. I saw a bunch of you posting on Instagram, on your stories about how much it's been helping you. I've been loving reading those as well. And of course, I'll share those as well out on my profile too. So love hearing those from you guys. Shelly, good to see you. Nelly, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hey, jumping on. Important message this morning. Great to see you legends jumping on for this Stand Together. And I hope that this really has been helping you, whether it's been giving you an idea, you kind of go, hey, that's a great idea, I want to do that. Whether it's been just a bit of a kick in the butt, a bit of okay, let's move forward, let's get this thing done, whatever it may be, or a combination of those two things. That's what this is meant to be about. There's a lot of challenge happening around the place, and if you don't watch yourself, you can fall into a vortex pretty quickly of all of the stuff that's happening right around the world right now. You can fall into this vortex of BS right now of stuff that's going on around the world. So it's really important that we're standing together. It's a really critically important thing that we're standing together while we're going through this, right? While we're going through this. So jump on, give me a good morning. Welcome. Hey, so yesterday I talked a little bit about personal brands, and I know what happens after I do that. I know what happens after I do that. After I speak about personal brands, after I speak about a lot of stuff really to do with changes in your business, in your empire, growing a personal brand, doing some things that you haven't done before, making a change, like stepping away from the kind of two-step that you've been doing in your business and your life. As soon as I start to speak about these things, what generally happens next is that people start to get this little thing that they start to go, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't do that. And if I do that, this person's going to say that. And what are my family going to think if I go and I start my personal brand? And what's that friend's going to think? And what are my clients going to say if I change it? What's going to happen if I start to step up and be different and make a change? And what am I going to do about all these people? Or maybe for some of you, you've already tried to go out there and create a brand, right? Or maybe you've posted something. Maybe you've said, hey, I'm going to post about my opinions and thoughts about, life. And, I'm going to do a live and share like Aaron is and some stuff that I care about. Or I'm going to, heaven forbid, register my own domain. Heaven forbid, write an ebook or an actual book. Heaven forbid, call yourself author or a speaker or something, very fancy. And then, of course, people go, oh, who is this person, right? Who is this person, right? And then what happens? The trumpets get played and all of the hater flags get rolled out, and then you got to deal with that. You got to deal with the haters, right? So what I want to talk about today, and it's a really important thing that we focus on this, is that we need to understand that a part of life is this. You're going to have to deal with naysayers. And you're going to have to deal with naysayers in your personal life, and you're going to have to deal with naysayers in your business life. You're going to have to deal with people that don't like who you are, what you do. You're going to have to deal with people that don't like your product and service. You see, most of you that have a business are used to people that saying, oh, listen, that didn't happen, or I booked your service and it wasn't what I wanted, or I bought your product and I got it and it came and it was whatever, broken, too small, whatever, right? You're going to get people around you that are haters and that are naysayers. And why I tell you this as a preempt, right, for yourselves, why I tell you this as a preempt is real simple. That as you grow, one of the things I want to teach you is real simple, right? And this goes for haters and this goes for just lots of stuff in life. I've been saying this saying for a while, and it's a good one. The faster you go, the more bugs you hit. The faster you go in life, in business, the more bugs you hit. It means the faster you go in business, the more things are going to break. The faster you go in your life, the more things are going to sometimes get challenged. The more you push your brand out there, the more issues you're going to have. Like, that's just life. The faster you go, the more bugs you hit. So what I'm here to tell you today and talk about you today is that this isn't about lowering your life expectations down to the extent of the people that are around you that want to be able to drag you down. Because let me tell you something. If every time I had a hater or a doubter or a disbeliever in one of my companies, or a hater, a doubter, or a disbeliever in my personal brand, what would I do? I would stop. I would never be who I am. I'd never have an opinion. Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. It doesn't matter what you're trying to stand for in your brand or in your personal brand or in your company or in changes you want to make. What you have to understand is that most human beings don't like change. So this is the reason why in your business, when you start to make changes, you'll have teams that will go, hang on, why are you doing that? Oh, no, we've never done it that way. Don't start doing it that way. We've always done it this way. Listen, go back to this way. Right? No, we can't do it that way. We can't do it that way, right? Right? Because they've never been the business owner, right? They've only been the person that collects a salary every week, and whether rain, hail, or shine, they're still making their money, right? But listen, you have to be the person that understands that change has to happen in your business for you to be able to get to where you want to go, right? Change is a part of this. So that you're going to have some haters and some doubters and some disbelievers inside of your company when you start to make changes, right? You're also going to have people around you. I mean, I remember the very first time I decided to go out there and become an entrepreneur. Everyone looked at me like I had something wrong with me. Honestly, they looked at me like this. What? Why are you doing that? Because for me, it was really interesting. I left when I actually when I first started businesses I was really young, right? But when I first really okay, I'm going to have a crack at this, right? When I said I was going to leave my role to go and start something, my last paycheck, I was making like $180,000 a year in my really early 20s, which is super uncommon, right? I was making bonuses, commissions, base salary. Like I was almost on $100,000 in my really early 20s as a base. Plus I was getting, about 80, 100 grand in commissions and bonuses, and I was making good coin. And everyone's like, are you crazy? Do you know how much it would take? Now I understand this, how much it takes to make that kind of money, net. And everyone was like, you're crazy. So you had those kind of doubters. They're doubters. They're like, hey, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? Everything I've ever wanted to do, I've had some doubters. Then you will start to grow. Now, if you try to have a personal brand, you're going to have some haters. You're going to have some doubters. And you're absolutely going to have some naysayers around you as well. So listen, here's what I want to let you know. A couple of really important things, right? When you start to make changes in any one of your companies, you're always going to have some kind of doubters and naysayers because those people don't want to make a change. That's just fact. That can't be enough to stop you. Because I've seen many people go away before and go, right, I need to do this. We need to do this. Let's do this. We're going to do this. And then one or two people say, nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. And then you go, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't. A year later goes by. They're still making the same salary. They're still making their weekly earnings. And your business hasn't changed. In fact, it's probably gone backwards, and you've gone insane in your own head because you've not done the things you're supposed to do when you want to do, right? So you've got to trust in yourself, your mentors, your gut, all those things you need to do and execute when it comes to your business. Now, when it comes to yourself, nobody has a personal brand unless they have haters, doubters, and disbelievers. I don't care who you are. You do not have a personal brand until you have people that don't like you, right? If you don't have people that don't like you and you have a personal brand, you are not marketing well or hard enough. That is the fact, right? You are always going to have people that doubt what you do. You're going to have people that don't necessarily agree with who you are or the things that you stand for, and that's okay. But until you actually have a brand, that you have haters, until you have doubters, you don't have a personal brand. Want to know why? Let me tell you really strategically why you don't have a personal brand if you have any haters. Because listen to me on this one. Follow my tract. For you to get haters, you have to have stood for something, right? That's the difference. You have to have stood for something, right? You have to have actually believed in something, stood for something and said like, this is it. This is what I believe in. Because only then do you start to get two types of people. You get people that go, fuck, I really like that girl. I really like that guy. Yeah, I like what they stand for. Yeah, I'm going to follow them. I'm going to interact with them. I'm going to comment on their posts. I'm going to be engaged with what they do. You have to have an opinion to be able to build a brand like that. But every opinion, there's always going to be someone that has a complete opposite opinion, right? They're going to have the complete opposite opinion. If you post anything with an opinion, you'll have supporters, right? And you'll have doubters and disbelievers. We have a whole world based on this. And because we've got things like this, social media, where everyone can then have their own opinion and then have their own way to be able to share that opinion, it's even more rife than ever before. So here's the thing. As soon as you have an opinion on anything, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your industry, whether it be you personally, you're going to have some kind of hate, doubt, and disbelief. You're going to have people that are naysaying, that don't believe in you, that don't believe in what you're about, that think you're an idiot, think you're whatever. Like, that's just part of it. That is just part of what's going to happen. And you can't avoid that. You have to embrace the fact, knowing that the more you get that, right? The more you do get that, the more you know that you're moving in the right direction, because you must be marketing, you must be driving, because you're growing in a direction where some people are going to not like that. Listen, let me give you an example of this, right? Let's take Donald Trump, for example, right? I don't care whether you love his politics or hate his politics, right? This is not a political discussion. Let's take him as an example. Let me give you some facts about Mr. Donald Trump, right? Number one, he is the most hated president and presidential candidate in US history. The most hated, right? The most hated. He had the most amount of hate against him in his role pre, during, and post his election. But listen to me very carefully. In addition to having the most amount of hate, the most haters, he actually on record, is the most loved president of American history. The most hated and the most loved. Isn't that interesting? Want to know why? Because what he did, love him or hate him, your call, right? It's irrelevant to this conversation. Love him or hate him, you had to have an opinion, because he stood for something. Now, some of you say, well, he stood for great things. Some of you say, well, he stood for nothing. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. The point is he stood for something. That's the reason why he was the most loved and the most hated, right? So here's the thing you have to understand about that. Looking at that and looking at who he became, his personal brand got him elected. His personal brand. There's many people that are worth the same amount as him. There's many people that are the same kind of person as him, but he has been growing his brand for years, right? For years he's been growing his brand. You go back, he's been doing this for years. He's been like that for decades and decades. That's who he is. Now, again, whether you like him or hate him, irrelevant. The fact is you have an opinion. You see, in Australia, one of the biggest challenges that we have with our politicians here in Australia is most of them don't stand up really hard for most issues. They're kind of on the fence about lots of things. So it's like, oh, I'm not too sure about this. But when you have someone that says, listen, here's what I believe in, this, and this, you'll have people that go, right, I'm with that guy, I'm with that girl, yes, right? You have others that say, I'm not too sure. One of the things that this coronavirus has done is it's actually made every one of the prime presidents, one of the prime ministers in Australia actually have to make decisions like, I'm going to close the borders, I'm going to open the borders, I'm going to do this. And so what's happened? You've got more people that are for or against them than ever before, because they've been forced to make a decision. You can't half open borders. It's okay, they're closed or they're open, right? And because of those key things they've had to make decisions on, everybody has an opinion because they've had to make a hard line decision on something. So think about that with your personal brand. Whatever it is that you have to make a hard line decision on, whatever it is that you believe in, every time you say, this is what I believe in, this is what I want to be about, every time you do something like that, or you let your brand stand for something when it comes to your personal brand or your company brand, you're always going to come up against people that are going to hate, doubt, and disbelief. For every 100 people that want to cry every time they buy an Apple iPhone, there's another one of those people that wants to smash that iPhone and go and buy a Samsung and thinks that the Apple iPhone's a piece of crap. That's just fact. But Apple's one of the biggest companies in the world. So you got to get good. You got to get good at this and know this. You got to understand that this is just going to happen, and you just have to suck it up and get on with it and stop bitching, complaining, and also stop changing your approach about trying to build your business or be able to build your businesses or build your personal brand because you're afraid you might get some haters. You're going to get haters. I've had haters, doubters, and disbelievers in my family, in my friends, in my teams, in my partners, in everything. I've had everything you could imagine. But you know what? I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I stayed focused on what my brand was. And then as you keep pursuing and you keep pushing through that, you understand something. Let me tell you, ultimately at the core, the reason why I don't give a fuck about naysayers. Want to know why? Here's the reason. I actually feel really sad that in a moment when that person's being a keyboard warrior, or they're spitting out their evil or their hate or whatever, I actually feel really sad because in that very moment, that person is they're trading love. They're trading hope. They're trading what this life is all about. They're trading all of that while they sit there for 5 minutes and they hate on someone. Maybe me, maybe someone else. I really feel sorry for that person that's trading hate. I'm trading love for hate. Listen, you can't love and hate in the exact same moment in your heart. It's only one or the other. And I feel sorry for those people that dedicate time, whether it's a minute or a second, to a hateful thought, to a spiteful thought, to a hateful keyboard worrying, whatever it may be. I actually feel sad for those people that spend their time doing that, right? So here's the thing. If you don't have enough haters, you're not marketing. If you don't have enough personal haters, you don't have a personal brand, right? That's just how it works, right? Now, when you do get them, that's how I deal with them. I know that for me, that the haters that hate, that doubt, that disbelieve, for them, they're trading love, they're trading light, they're trading all these amazing things about life to sit there and be a keyboard warrior. And look, I want to know another secret. 99.9% of the time, they don't know who you are. They've never even met you. They don't know what you're all about. They need a hug. They need love. They need people around them. So that's the key thing. That's the difference, right? So listen, haters, doubters, disbelievers, you're going to get them. And if you don't get them, then there's an indicator you're not marketing hard enough or you don't have a brand. That's just a fact. That's how it works. And I'll tell you this from personal experience, from the day you decide to have a personal brand, or the day you decide to grow a disruptive company that's coming in and trying to do something that somebody else hasn't done, from the day you've done that, you're going to have people that will move against you. And when you do, stop, smile, and know that you're moving in the right direction, because you can't be growing a brand without having haters. You can't be growing a personal brand without having haters. Does that make sense? So, the key is this. Number one, fuck the haters. Who cares? Whatever. Don't we tell that to our kids? You have kids out there. It's so funny. We give great advice to our children. If my daughter says, someone said something to me at school, I'm like, and? And? Who cares? Move on, right? But then sometimes when it comes to us, we have to have these big, oh my gosh, someone said that about me, and you know what? They really knew you, they wouldn't. But the fact is, we live in a society right now which is built on people having their own opinions, doing their own things, and a lot of it is unregulated still. And it will become regulated more and more and more. It will be. And then they're going to stop being such keyboard warriors because they'll get sued and fined and all the kind of stuff that happens. But here's the deal. In the meantime, understand something, that unless you're actually getting hate, doubt, and disbelief in your businesses, in your personal brand, you're not marketing hard enough. And I tell you this because I really want to help you to be able to grow your businesses and brands. That's why I'm doing this. But if you're going to have a personal brand, the reason why this is even more important for you to hear this is that it's called a personal brand. Therefore, it's personal. Whereas if you're trying to sell a product or a service, it's a bit more of an arm's distance. Whereas when you're you and you're standing up for you and it's about who you are and what you do, that can be a bit more of a challenge for a lot of people to kind of go, all right, I'm sharing about me now. And it can be more raw, more real. You're more exposed because it's you. And so when you do get hate on you, or someone says, I don't like you, or you have funny hair or nose or no hair or whatever it may be, whatever, you can either go, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go and cry in my fucking corner, go take my ball away and go, I don't want to do this anymore. Or I'm going to go, oh my gosh, I have a hater. I'm getting somewhere. Then you're going to go, that person needs a hug. Simple, right? Simple. That's how you deal with it. Naysayers, haters, doubters, disbelievers. Just don't let it stop you from moving forward how you need to go and making the decisions in your life and growing. Right? Growing. This life goes so fucking quick. So quick, right? Play full out. Go hard. Do whatever you want. Build a brand, build a business, build a personal brand. Whatever you want to do, just go hard. Like, this is the time to do it. This is the time to stand out and make this your world. Make this your opportunity. And I think if we just spend less time giving a shit about fucking idiots and their opinions, you might actually be happier. You might actually grow even bigger. And that's important as well. Hey, listen, I've got 1 or 2 minutes now to do a couple of questions. If you have any questions on this or anything else, go ahead real quick. Any questions you might have, and then I have to run because I have a meeting in a few minutes. Go, 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 go. What do you got? Any questions you might have, feedback, notes, whatever it may be about today. This is important, right? This is important for you. So go ahead. Any questions? Go ahead and I have a chance to answer 1 or 2 of those questions. Could be about haters and doubters, disbelievers. It could be about one of the things I've taught so far. Could be about something else. Let me know. Put them in the questions below, or you could just give me some feedback as well for you guys. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Need to hear this. Absolutely. Love it. Yeah, this is so true, right? Yeah, absolutely. Love that. Couple of questions coming in. How do I figure out what my personal brand focus is? Yeah, look, it's a great question. I think that with personal brand, for starters, your personal brand is not about your business. It's not about, it's not about marketing your business. It's about who you are as a human, right? And I think that you've got to start working out who you are and what you stand for. Like for me, I stand for people living for a life by design and not by default. For me, I stand for people building empires. For me, I'm an author. I've been nominated for a bunch of awards. I speak. I'm a mentor. I have a charity. I have a family. That's me. That's my personal brand. That's who I am, right? So I talk about those things. They're the things that are what I do. Now, I have companies that are separate. I've got companies I've never even spoken about because they're not to do with my personal brand. I've got companies that do software as a service. I've got probably 10 or 12 investments in software as a service, but that's a company. It's a company brand. It's not a personal brand. So your personal brand is whoever you are and whatever you stand for. What are the things that you want to start building as your brand? That's what I'll tell you on the surface. Going deeper, I can go deeper on this, which I generally do with my mastermind groups. We go deeper over a couple of days to uncover and design and kind of do all that. But on the surface, what I'll tell you is it is your personal brand is whatever you are. It's whoever you are and whatever you want yourself to be about, right? All right. 2 more quick questions. What have we got? How to build armor and not be affected by naysayers. You know what the real Jalita, do you know what the real answer to that is? The answer to that is that you will build armor as you process every piece of hate. So if somebody's going to be an arsehole to you, you've got to be able to go, bullshit in, bullshit out. Okay, I've got hate, move on. You're going to get better and better and better and better the more hate that you get thrown at you. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's not, you can't, build protection before it. You can listen to me. You can focus on this kind of stuff. You get mentors around you. And then when you do get it, bullshit in, bullshit out, whatever. Because it's going to come from all of the weirdest angles, let me tell you, from personal experience. It's going to come from all of the weirdest angles, and especially ones you wouldn't even think, right? It's just part of it. I remember when I very first started to grow my brand, oh my God, I had cousins of mine that came out to try and hate on me. I'm like, who the fuck? I haven't spoken to you in like 10 years unless there's a death or a marriage, and you're coming out to hate on me? Like random shit like that. You'll get people that just are random haters, doubters, and disbelievers. And it just happens. And you know what? When it happens, those people, and let me tell you, I can say from experience, because I know those people have a sad existence and need a hug. That's their problem. Want to know a secret I learned? Listen to this. I don't really know anyone or have met anyone that's really happy within their own life and within themselves that hates on anybody. Have you noticed that? No one. No one. Isn't that interesting? I've never met anybody that's really happy, successful, moving forward in their life, that hates. Got to tell you something. Starting to lose passion for my current product, changing how important is passion. Look, passion is super important to get your business going, but you can't survive on passion, right? So you need to start turning that passion into the reasons why you're in business, and start to build other team members in that business to start taking over the things you're not passionate about. Most business owners say they're not passionate because they're doing shit they don't want to do. They're things that they didn't want to have to do in the first place, but they're just doing it because they kind of have to get it done. So if you're in a position where you're doing things you don't want to have to do in your business, therefore you're losing passion, we need to start bringing some people in that can start taking those things off you, so that you don't have to do this anymore. You can still keep that passion, that spark in what you do. But also remembering why you do what you do is critically important as well. Charities, yeah, I align my personal brand and also my business brand with charities. I obviously have my own, so I Darren Sansoni Foundation, so I use mine. But before that, I was aligned with tons of different ones as I went as well. Nice work. You guys are all welcome. You are all welcome. All right, legends, time for me to run. Today we're talking about naysayers. We're talking about dealing with those. We talked about that being part of the process, personal brand and also in your business brand, and that's just life. So listen, go ahead and share this message. This is a message that anyone needs to hear, business or not business. So go ahead and share that. Let's get people hanging out 8 a.m. I'm still going to be here every morning doing this. I haven't set a deadline date on this yet. I'll let you guys know when I do. So for now, join every morning, because I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for. As long as I can for you guys right now, and long I'm able to do it for you, I'll keep doing this for you, because this is for you. It's not for me. This is half an hour of my day every morning. This is about you guys. I'm sharing with you guys things that I know, things that I use. So it's about you. It's about the things I think are going to help and serve you. And that's why I'm here to do that as well. All right, kick some butt, have the most amazing day. And remember, if you're going to live a life, you may as well live a life by design and not by default, right? Let's kick some butt. Let's keep standing together. Let's go ahead and share this message. Let other people know that we should be on this. And share me your thoughts. If you're kicking some butt, I'd love to see those Instagram stories and tag me in it and let me know what you guys are doing. And even send me videos on Instagram. Send me videos on your stories and tag me and let me know how much you guys are loving this. That stuff I love to see as well. All right, guys, look after yourself. Keep kicking some butt. And remember, the faster you go, the more bugs you hit. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.